Could I invite the following people to come and join me up here on the table? Gemma Hartwig, the 2017 Apprentice of the Year Australian Training Awards. Rory Smeaton, the 2010 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Student of the Year Award, Australian Training Awards. Clayton Harrington, the 2013 finalist, Apprentice of the Year Australian Training Awards. And Alyssa Heard, the 2018 Apprentice of the Year Victorian Training Awards. Thank you very much. Have a seat wherever you like. We're here this afternoon to celebrate. We're here to celebrate our students and the opportunities that students have been able to gain through a technical and professional education qualification. Each of these people have done that, and we're going to invite them all to speak just for a couple of minutes each to share a little bit of their stories with you. And so just introduce yourself and off you go.
Okay, thanks Lee. Hello everyone, my name is Gemma Hartwig, and my journey in the VET sector started back in 2013 when I was offered a school-based apprenticeship as a heavy diesel mechanic through a local earth-moving company in my hometown of Dalby, Queensland. Over the next 4 years, I attended TAFE Queensland to complete my certificate, 3 in mechanical engineering. For me, securing an apprenticeship was the best thing that I've done for myself. As a school student, I was disinterested in sitting in a classroom. I wasn't learning anything that I thought would benefit me later in life, and I wasn't being taught in a way that engaged me. So when the promise of a school-based apprenticeship arose in the area that I was interested in, I jumped at the opportunity, allowing me to kickstart my career and still graduate from Year 12. One of the greatest things about TAFE is that I didn't sit in a classroom the whole time with my head in a book. I could always see how something worked and why it worked, so it was better for me to understand visually learning. I had an extreme amount of support from my local TAFE, and my TAFE teacher at the time is a credit to the industry. He would always take the time to explain further if I didn't understand what we were learning, and is someone who's always believed in me. Obviously, the career path I chose is a male-dominated one, but it is one that I'm very passionate about. I've been faced with many challenges in the industry purely based on my gender, and unfortunately I do believe that some businesses do need to be educated further on how to deal with this. As a result of my experiences, I want to help other girls and women in the industry, and one of the best ways to achieve this is simply by starting a conversation. The opportunities that I've had since signing up in 2013 have been life-changing. One of the biggest highlights was being named Apprentice of the Year, the Australian Apprentice of the Year 2017, along with other life accomplishments such as buying a house and travelling overseas to work. Accomplishing so much at such a young age has been amazing for my career and has given me a platform to be an advocate for vocational education and training.
Thanks very much, Gemma. Rory?
Thank you. My name's Rory. My name's Rory Smeaton. I'm a proud Kurnow man from Gippsland here in Victoria. My sort of vet journey started back in high school, so I was fortunate enough to do a VCAL course through my high school, so it was the alternative pathway to VCE here in Victoria. I was getting to the stage where the talk of university was the only option for me, and if I wanted to build a career, I had to go to university. I was diagnosed with dyslexia in grade 3, so I struggled through school and learning right up till sort of high school. When the talk of the university came out, I was dead keen on doing a trade. But then I met a really great careers teacher who sort of showed me alternative pathways. Back then, the stigma of vet and TAFE was oh, that's a dumb way out. That's an easy out. All the kids who were sort of pushed out of school were gone down that pathway. So I really, sort of one of the mindsets I wanted to change that. So I was lucky enough to do a school-based apprenticeship with AFL Sports Ready in the Indigenous space there, and that really changed my life. The year 10, year 11, year 12 of my high school, my 3 best years of schooling and education I had. It was a wraparound approach. I was doing more schooling than I was previously. I was doing a school-based apprenticeship and also a vet course 1 day a week over the 3 years during school. That has really propelled me to where I am today. It's given me that wraparound approach, but it's also helped me support my community. In the Indigenous community, VET is such a crucial key in promoting education for our people, because it's a wraparound approach, it's school-based learning, it's skills for real skills for real careers is the tagline we use, but it gives that community the hope that, okay, we can build something on it, we can be the leaders within our area and we can really own it. So a lot of what I've done has been helping my community go through the pathway that I've gone through. I've been fortunate enough to, as I said, win the 2010 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander of the Year. Through that, I've got to travel, I've got to speak at different conferences, but it's also given myself a career boost. I've worked at a number of TAFEs and universities across Victoria, and now I've been next door at Crown Resorts for 6 years, and I'm currently the manager of Indigenous programs across Victoria and New South Wales. So without that sounding board of VET and those skills that I got to actually go straight into work, has just been phenomenal, and it's got me where I am today.
Well done, Rory.
Perfect, thank you.
Clayton?
Hi, my name is Clayton Harrington, and I'm here today as an inductee member of the Federal Government's Vocational Education and Training Alumni and Real Skills for Real Careers program. Today is a brief overview of the skills-based training I've personally completed and combined with the practical skills I have obtained with my on-the-job training. This training has been a key factor in providing a pathway and stepping stone to this diverse, successful companies I own and run today. The formal training I completed through the TAFE system include Carpentry and Joinery Apprenticeship at the South West Institute of TAFE, Certificate 5 in Building and Construction, AutoCAD Drafting Certificate, Certificate 5 in Work Health and Safety, Elevated Work Platform Certificates, and Electrical Testing and Tagging Certificates, just to name a few. I'm a registered building practitioner in commercial and domestic with the Building Practitioners Board. The VET training has given me the base required to enable me to achieve the goals I set and build 5 companies that I am the owner and managing director of. That being Harrington Design and Construction. It's a commercial and domestic building company that has just recently completed a $60 million cheese processing plant and is currently working on the construction of a $4 million performing arts centre, and directly and indirectly employs over 40 people. Yelp Proprietary Limited, which is a residential land development company currently developing Riverland Estate, a 164-lot residential lot, $24 million land subdivision. Harrington Property Group, which is a commercial development of buildings, owner and leasing of commercial freeholds such as real estate, cafes, restaurants, professional offices. Also CJ Fitness, which owns fitness centres and gyms. I've also had experience with being a director on the board of a publicly listed waste company on the Australian Stock Exchange. It is my vision to inspire career paths into vocational education and training as a base to a successful future in industry and business, as I believe that students who choose VET as a career path have the ability to be versatile, adaptive, creative, inventive in a working business environment where technology and roles in the workplace are constantly changing, where we require real skills for real careers. This is what VET has done for me.
Thanks, Clayton. Alyssa?
Hi, I'm Alyssa Heard. My VET and TAFE journey started when I was in high school in year 11 and 12. I actually studied VET while doing VCE. at a different college. I'm from Ararat, which is about 200 k's from here, just a small town, so not a great deal of opportunity in a smaller community, but yeah, it was really good to be able to study VET and VCE at the same time, which then led on to an apprenticeship. So when I graduated year 12, I started my apprenticeship the year after, enrolling in commercial cookery Cert 3 at Federation University in Ballarat. My teachers and mentors there really, really helped me. Like Gemma said, encouraging women in the workplace and to work in trades. They always supported me, challenged me, not only to develop my skills within my career and studies, but within myself and my personal goals and achievements. I have achieved a lot just from choosing to take this pathway. I built my first home by the time I was 21. I was recognised as Apprentice of the Year in my region, which encouraged a lot of people, you know, within the community to look into this sort of pathway. As I did go to a private school, university was greatly appreciated, and TAFE was sort of just swept under the rug sometimes. So I'm hoping to encourage people, particularly in small communities, to listen and great things like this, to hear other people's stories and not just give in to what people tell them to do. Also was Apprentice of the Year at Federation University TAFE and the Victorian Apprentice of the Year, which will lead to me representing Victoria at the Australian Training Awards this year. So yeah.
Well done. Thank you. Thank you so much to all of you for popping up to share your stories, because it is very encouraging for people here to hear that what they do makes a genuine difference. So we very much appreciate it. Please thank our panellists. Thanks, guys.